Hello everybody and welcome back to the Sports Half, your weekly dose of all that happens in the sports half of the world. I'm Nikhil.
This is Rakshit.
Where's Sanjay?
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm a little bit late. Just a little bit of changes to the shot here.
Oof.
No prizes for guessing. You know what we're talking about.
Yeah. A lot of people have asked us for our comments on the whole Cristiano Ronaldo situation. And I think that's proof of who the real number 7 is.
And also a little bit of the thoughts that we have about going into this podcast as well. This episode is happening primarily because of Ronaldo's interview with the scum that is Piers Morgan.
Dickwad, that is Piers Morgan.
Piece of shit.
And he had a lot of things to say, man. I mean, nothing great about United for sure.
Yeah. Before we get started, guys, please like, share, subscribe. We usually do this at the end of the video, but a lot of people may not watch till the end. So if you're here now, it's just a minute in, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and do anything you want with the share button, but share. Because it pushes the views up, it pushes the video on screens only if you like and subscribe. If you just watch it, it doesn't show it to other people. So do that. And to get started, what were your initial thoughts when that first clip from Piers Morgan's interview came out? First thoughts when it came out?
So firstly, he was doing that interview and it was quite clear that nobody at United had an idea that he was going to be doing that interview. It was a little bit of a surprise. Of course, he said the king is going to reveal all of the truths of the world to the entire world. But that never happened. And it happened right before the World Cup, just when he was about to leave United camp, going into the national camp.
It happened just after that Fulham game, I think.
Yeah.
Like just after full time.
Yeah.
Like half an hour after that, the clip came out.
I started seeing clips coming out. Yeah. Long back, I saw a post. I think that was the one you were talking about. The king is going to speak.
Yeah.
Something.
First
like that.
one was the king plays on Sunday when preseason he didn't play for preseason. And like the king played on Sunday. He played and then left the stadium early.
Yeah.
So come into that later. But so the interview came out.
So I knew he was up to something. Like there was something in the plans, something in the books that he was working on, and it took me by surprise, bro. Like I was not expecting this, to be honest.
Yeah, I was so shocked. I'm like, just come off a good last 90th minute winner, Garnacho scoring the winner, like full high spirits, and then I'm like, what is this? Cristiano Ronaldo saying, I don't respect Erik Ten Hag.
Yeah.
And that freaking blew my mind. I keep saying this a lot that it blows my mind, but this literally blew my mind.
The problem with it is that every time United wins without Ronaldo in the starting 11, Ronaldo finds a way to kind of make his own headlines so that he stays in the headlines.
That kind of sucks. Like
it happened with Tottenham, where he walked out of the stadium. We did a whole episode on that Cristiano Ronaldo drama. Check it out here. And now when Fulham, Fulham, we have to be beating Fulham, sure. But 90th minute, Garnacho, the guy who respects and adores Ronaldo.
Yeah, and probably isn't in the Argentinian squad because of all the love he shows for.
Maybe. That's very possible. Messi
That's
is
a
like,
good
fuck you,
point.
bitch.
Yeah.
That was looking like a hard game for us to win because Fulham were all over us.
Yeah.
And then to get that 90th minute winner, it was beautiful. Like, and to win like that heading into the World Cup break and like positive energy, and it was an embodiment of all that has happened this season. The growth we've seen under Ten Hag, the positive changes that have come across United that we haven't seen in a very, very long time.
Yeah, and it sucks that we have to do episodes on Ronaldo and not United. I think we've done like 3-4 episodes regarding United, and all of them are centered around Cristiano, like
crazy,
and not for the good things that he's done. It's so like I didn't expect that coming into the season we would be talking so much about Ronaldo. He's pulled out so much shit this season. He's done so much of bullshit.
Absolutely. I didn't expect there would ever come a time in my life where I would replace a Ronaldo's jersey
with a Beckham.
with a Beckham's jersey.
No, never, ever.
we all romanticize Ronaldo coming back to United, but the problem here is that he's old, he's slow, he is not the goal scoring machine that he was. We've bought a shell of a Ronaldo,
and the main problem is the fact that he's not able to accept any of
Yeah.
the things that you mentioned.
that's the biggest issue.
Yeah.
He's not able to accept it.
Yeah.
We have accepted it, and we're still
Yeah,
okay to
exactly.
we are still okay to sing his name in the stadiums, in the podcast. We'd love to sing his name, but
Not anymore.
not anymore.
Ah.
Let's come to the interview
Yeah,
itself.
coming to the interview. I mean, if you it's a 90-minute interview, guys. So it's not possible for us to go
the
into
longest
every
90
little-
minutes of the season.
Yeah, the only 90 minutes that he's played, that he's done.
And what a performance he gave.
Oh.
There was
Viva Ronaldo.
there were two threads on Reddit on the day the interview came out, which was Cristiano Ronaldo versus Manchester United match thread. When the interview came, damn funny.
That's funny.
So yeah, 90 minutes interview where he spoke a lot of stuff with the cunt that is Piers Morgan. And it felt like like I'm not sure whether everything was what was spontaneous or whether the whole interview was scripted before and Ronaldo knew that Piers Morgan is going to ask such questions and for the answers that he wants to give.
100% it was scripted.
Yeah,
Let me tell you that.
for sure.
I'll tell you one particular moment where I knew for sure that this was scripted was. Let me just remind myself.
It was the Tottenham bit.
It was a Ralf Ragnick bit actually. In that interview, there was this moment where Ronaldo was talking about all the things that have not changed since Sir Alex Ferguson left. So Piers Morgan asked a question about what he thought about the coaches that came after Ronaldo and what he thought about them basically. And Ronaldo, instead of answering the question, he changed it completely to about how we hired Ralf Ragnick. And I don't understand what his problem is with Ralf Ragnick. Ralf Ragnick was a sporting director in a different club. Okay, he was not a coach, but he was a coach 3 years ago, and he helped build RB Leipzig to what it is today. Right? So you're questioning a man for building a club. I don't understand. He said about Ralf Ragnick that he's not a coach.
He doesn't know who he is.
I don't know who he was. Nobody has ever heard of him. Who the hell is Ralf Ragnick, sporting director? Why are we being so?
Yeah.
It was a stopgap. Why is he not understanding the position that we were in as a club at that point of time?
Exactly. We were in dire straits.
Yeah, we decided to sack Ole, which I personally don't think was a great idea. But Ten Hag, great idea,
Yeah,
sure,
Ten Hag,
right?
yes.
But to reach to Ten Hag, you had to sack Ole, you had to put a stopgap, and then Ten Hag.
Yeah. And if he had so much of a problem with Ragnick, why the hell didn't he come and say it that time? Like last year when he was scoring goals and doing well, why didn't he come and say that no, the coach is not good?
Many
and all
of the
that?
things that he mentioned can be equated to what you just said. Like, why didn't he come out and say the things that he said last season? Just because things aren't going well for you, that doesn't mean that you get to fling shit, right?
Yeah.
No, dude, he's just a man child. He's a 37-year-old child in a man's body.
He doesn't think it's a man's body. He still feels he's 20 years old.
Okay, he's a 2-year-old brain and a freaking 20-year-old body.
So everything about him is young except just the numbers since he was born. And his body is not so fast anymore. I mean, you can clearly see that.
Yeah, I mean, the signs are there to see. It's obvious, right? Like, I think he's so overwhelmed by the fact that he's not able to run and contribute.
Yeah.
And he's just making up shit in his head that, I'm 37, but still I'm going strong. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Wherein the reality is that you're not, buddy.
Yeah.
It's just not happening. It's
the stats.
Stats say it.
25% win percentage with Ronaldo in the team. 75 without. Goals. The average goals that we score with Ronaldo in the team 0.5, and without him is almost 1.8 to be precise.
Points per game 1 without him. Sorry, with him, and without him it's 2.2. And the most glaring thing, the average kilometers distance covered by the team. With him it's 103 kilometers, and without him it's 107. So the team runs more, which is more effective for the whole team.
Exactly. Especially given Ten Hag's style of play and all that. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And, as long as we are talking about stats, we can also talk about the number of shots he has had, the number of goals he has had. right? So he has had 25 shots in total
In the Premier
League. About 50 shots in total in all competitions. In all competitions, 50 shots, 3 goals. Premier League, 25 shots, 1 goal.
Yeah, and after this kind of a stat, you cannot come out on an interview and say that I'm still helping the team.
Yeah. In fact, in that interview, he goes on to say, this is not how you treat the number 1 player in the world.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
You're
not.
You're not the number 1. Garnacho is better than you. And he's 18. Okay?
Yeah.
He's half the age that you are and twice the number of goals that you have scored.
Yeah.
So, let's rest.
Yeah, you have lesser number of goals than Rashford, Sancho, Garnacho and Martial, Anthony Elanga. I don't know. Freaking the whole forward line of United. He's the lowest.
He's not even the number 1 in the bench of Manchester United. So, forget the rest of the world.
These are just facts.
Yeah, and these are facts.
You might think we are angry United fans sitting here and speaking shit about a man who spoke shit about our club, but these are facts. Pure facts.
See, the point of him speaking bad about the club, and we will get to it,
Yeah.
I agree with whatever he spoke bad about the club. My biggest issue with whatever he did was the bad that he spoke about the manager.
Yeah,
Right?
I think that's where I kind of changed my whole thing for them. That was my ticking point, to be honest.
Yeah, if he had released the whole interview just without that bit where he says, I don't respect Erik ten Hag because he doesn't respect me, I think nobody would have had such big of an issue, right?
Yeah.
Because he pointed out a lot of stuff about the Glazers, about the infrastructure of United not being changed since he left 13 years back.
Yeah.
And which is true.
Yeah,
which is absolutely true.
It needs to be said by someone with the power of Cristiano Ronaldo that the Glazers don't care. Till now, nobody from the football club has come out and spoken anything against the Glazers.
True that, yeah.
And we always wanted. It was just the fans saying Glazers out, Glazers out, Glazers out.
We want Glazers out.
We want Glazers out. Yeah. So for him to say that the Glazers don't care is a very good thing. But to mix it up with after that saying no about the manager, that's just fucking unacceptable.
Yeah. See, with the Glazers, we know they are money-sucking, blood-sucking leeches that have been in the club for the last 20 years almost now. And they need to be kicked out because the stadium has not been renovated.
Yeah.
That is a fact. The training grounds, no improvement there. That's a fact. Gym, jacuzzi, like Ronaldo said, that's a fact.
Yeah. Chefs.
I mean,
poor chefs. Why would you pull the chefs into this, man?
Yeah.
The daily wage workers who are giving you food, and he said that it's not right.
And
to
they
say,
are
but
someone who get better with time. Like, with cooking, you are going to improve with time. So might as well retain.
Yeah.
But they've been there for 13 years, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't like the food. That's all it is.
No, I see.
Come to India, my friend.
Jokes apart, I think his point about the chefs is definitely about the nutrition aspect. Until we got Erik ten Hag this season, we did not have a psychologist in the sports psychologist in our in the setup at Manchester United. And this is 2022. We've been talking about, when I say we, the world has been talking about mental health.
And
for the last 10 years.
There was also that bit, I think this happened last season when Ronaldo didn't have dessert, so a lot of players didn't have dessert in the team dinner. So I think they haven't been too strict with the players. I think that's what he meant.
Maybe,
No, that's all correct, dude. It's all a good point that he has a certain standard for himself, which he lives his life by those standards, and he expects his teammates to live by those standards as well, which is correct. Every sportsman should be that way. In other sports also, if you know the stories about Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, they needed their teammates to be up to their standard.
Right.
Otherwise, they're not going to win the game, which is a bad thing for them.
Absolutely right.
So in that sense, Ronaldo is very right, where the youngsters need to listen to his advice. Who better, right, than Ronaldo to give you advice on football?
Of course.
He's lived the perfect football career that any footballer would dream of.
Yeah.
Right?
So after being such an inspiring person, then to come out and say this, that Ten Hag doesn't respect me and I don't regret leaving the stadium early when after the Spurs game and then all that shit. like it's not good to hear as United fans. Maybe other fans might not think of it as such a big thing. Also, when Lukaku came out and said that shit in the middle of the season when he joined Chelsea, for us it was very funny. Like, Lukaku saying shit about Chelsea.
Yeah,
but Lukaku is different. Ronaldo is different. United is different. Chelsea is completely different. So.
See, I think we've covered most of it. The issues that we have had, right? Him not respecting Ten Hag, him, the good aspect as well, which is about bringing out the Glazers in how they've not added anything to this club since the time they've bought the club through a fucking loan. But yeah, the thing that I want to talk about right now is while Ronaldo had all of this shit to spew, there was another person who apparently he likes and trusts on the other side of the table, which is Piers Morgan, trying to coax out, bullshit out of Ronaldo's mouth. And Ronaldo was so obliging of giving him the shit that he wanted.
Yeah.
Dude, nobody in the world, literally nobody in the world likes Piers Morgan. Yeah. Okay. Especially United fans, because we all know he's an Arsenal fan and he's been shitting on United
and Ronaldo
ever since the beginning of Ronaldo's career. And then the first when the full interview came out live at 1:30 a.m. Indian time, I sat up to see what he's saying and maybe to have a perspective that okay, Ronaldo's not that bad. But the first question Piers Morgan asked Ronaldo is, why are you doing this interview? He says some sentence that people need to know the truth. And second, he says, it's because I like you. And I just shut my laptop, bro. Not even kidding, I closed my laptop. Like, not even close the tab, just close the laptop. Like, how can you say I like you, Piers Morgan?
Yeah.
He shat on United so much.
Yeah.
And he knows that Piers Morgan is the only one who will do this.
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
Like he is the only one who hates United and
who has enough of a clout and also will do this.
And wants to put a finger up everyone's bum who will create news.
I would have loved to do the Ronaldo interview. To be honest, if he had come to me and said, "Hey Sanjay, let's do an interview," I would love.
Exactly right. If you had gone to some respectable journalist like probably a Simon Stone or a James Ducker or someone who is respectable,
it would be more nuanced and balanced for sure.
Yeah, and apparently when Roy Keane left the club, he also did an interview with MUTV, which was never aired.
Because Ferguson didn't allow it to be aired. Yeah.
So right. Ronaldo knew what he was doing, right? As he did when he walked out of the stadium. With this interview, he knew that okay, this is going to create massive headlines. Yeah. The whole world is going to talk about it. Millions of people are going to see it, and the Glazers are going to see it. And this may be my chance to terminate the contract and get out of the club.
It's not a very smart way about going about the contract thing, because
he could have just gone to the Glazers and told them.
He could have gone to another club and said, "Hey guys, I'm free. Just take me."
Yeah,
even Glazers as well. Yeah. Right now, the aftermath of his interview seems to be that his contract is going to be terminated. No more money to be paid out to the player,
and he's going to be sued.
That's funny. Alright, so the interview happened. The next action is already taking place.
Club statement.
Yeah. And that's the only thing to do. There's no other.
Nobody wants him in the team. Ten Hag clearly doesn't want him to be playing, nor do the executives above Ten Hag. I think it looks like this is the end of the road for Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester United.
Yeah, I just want to bring up a few quotes, that he said, in case you haven't seen the whole interview or haven't read it. The thing about the major talking point was about Ten Hag, which was he said that the coach didn't have respect for me, so this is why the relationship is in that way. He keeps saying in the press that he comes to me, likes me, blah blah blah, but it's only for the press 100%. If you don't have respect for me, I'm never going to have respect for you, which is utter fucking bullshit, because the minute he walked out of the stadium against Spurs, the club punished him for 3 days, after which he said that his son asked him, why aren't you in the team and all that.
Why are you not in the team?
Daddy.
Are you not the best player in the world?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't behave? Daddy, you don't
There's
behave?
no way your son asked you that, Cristiano. There's absolutely no way your son asked you that.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
And when he says he doesn't have respect for me, I don't know what that means, because after doing such a shit thing, he's punished for 3 days, which is absolutely a fair thing. And then he starts the next game after he's back, and he's given the captain's armband.
Yeah, that was clearly Ten Hag
How can you come
reaching
on?
out as much as he can to a player who clearly the team does much better without.
Yeah.
That's the most you can do.
That's like the most ke upar whatever is there. Because you are playing him, you know we don't play well. You're literally putting results on the line by saying, okay, Ronaldo, take this, take your ego, I'm feeding your ego. Try to get your form back, we need you. That's literally what Ten Hag's message was when he captained Ronaldo.
And the bigger fuck up is he doesn't even regret doing what he did in that Spurs game. Where he says, Piers, I'll be honest with you, it's something that I regret to leave from the stadium. Probably or maybe not, I don't know. I don't know what that means, first of all. Then he's like, it's difficult to tell you 100%, but let's say I regret it. In the same way, I felt provoked by the coach, not allowed, and he says, I'm not that kind of player where you put me in for 3 minutes in a game. I know what I can give to the teams.
You are a professional football player. That is the kind of player you are. And I'd rather have you as that kind of a player and not a fucking diva, which is what you're trying to be.
Yeah. This is absolutely ridiculous, dude. I expected him to genuinely be sorry for him pulling out that antic.
Yeah, he claims that he apologized to the teammates and all that.
No, and he says that I put out on Instagram about my
Bruno's
regret.
reaction in the video that we saw of the Portugal dugout. It was funny to see how the other players from the Portuguese squad tried to cover it up, saying that it was a joke between the two. But there was another clip from them training on the field. And they were not even looking eye to eye, man. Bruno's pissed,
dude, Bruno is in the team, he's giving his all for United. His only aim with United is to win trophies. Right, Bruno is that kind of a player, and we all love Bruno. So, Ronaldo is a player he's looked up to since he was a kid. So it's pretty obvious that he doesn't like what's happening. And even I think Rafael Varane has come out and said that we know what's happening.
And it does affect us.
It does affect us.
Right.
And it's nice to see them back the club's decisions.
Correct.
None of them have gone out clearly supporting Ronaldo, because I think another agenda here was to stir shit up and leave. For us to again sit back and sort that all out and lose another half of the season.
Fuck you, we're not doing that. Erik Ten Hag, baby, we're gonna go to success and trophies.
And finally we have a manager.
We've said this so many times that finally we have someone who's putting United in the right direction.
Who gives a fuck about the club being in the right direction,
and who knows what to do with the players
to
build the squad. And for such a professional 37-year-old, the biggest name in football, imagine what Garnacho and Elanga and all feel looking at this. They'll be, I don't even know.
You know what they say, right? Never meet your role models and your idols. Because that's gonna shatter your image of them. And I guess that's just the moment that we are in when it comes to Elanga, Anthony, all these guys coming.
Any of us, I guess, bro. I don't think we've ever had this up close and personal with Cristiano ever before. But this interview was a pure depiction of who he's turned out to be, a man who cannot accept the facts that he's 37, not capable of delivering the way he was. Let him take the 350 million offer, go to Saudi. I'm sure he'll bang in 20 goals there.
40, 50 easily.
And Saudi is realistically the only place he can go. Because I'm sure, especially after seeing this interview, I don't think clubs want him.
Man. I don't know. Chelsea probably wanted him, but Tuchel.
Please go to Chelsea, bro. Please go to Chelsea. Please destroy them. Please destroy them. I pray to God.
I'd love it if that happened.
I don't think Bayern as a team, they don't like shit like this.
And they don't overpay.
That's
they
don't
one thing
overpay,
that do, but
for sure.
If they go there, cool, we'll see a new Bundesliga winner in Dortmund next season. So that's something nice. That's something nice to
Or even Leipzig, triggered by all the shit he spew about Ragnick.
What a derby that'll be. Ronaldo Ragnick derby.
It's so sad. I genuinely didn't want to do this, speak about Ronaldo in such a way, but it's come to that position now that there's no way back. And I think my goat might just be Messi until Ronaldo leaves the club once and for all. You know what? Maybe once he leaves 2 years down the line, I'll look back and say, okay, Ronaldo's the goat. I love him, but
Time always heals.
just
That's what
time
they say.
heals. But now it's just so difficult to look at him with respect and love and adoration that we've always had for him. Even wearing this jersey which has the Ronaldo name on the back, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah, on that note, on this hurtful note, on very sadly, you can click the like button. Very
If
sadly.
you're a
You can subscribe.
fan, if you're not a United fan, but then please
Then I'm sure you're laughing at us
Yeah,
right now.
laughing at us.
And in that mirth of your life that you're enjoying right now, then you can press the like button, subscribe button. And all the United fans who are not so happy right now in this moment.
let us know if you're happy that Ronaldo's leaving.
Yeah.
Or not. By the way, do you guys think that it's done? Ronaldo's
Yeah, I think it's the end
The
of the road.
end.
And the
The
fact
end.
that he summed it up by saying, "I'm going to retire if Portugal
Wins
wins
the
the
World
World
Cup."
Cup." I think he's
already thinking
yeah,
about
Yeah, he's thinking.
But
about
Portugal
it.
are not going to win the World Cup. That's for sure.
I think he's going to give it his all. Make sure, because no club is going to want him after this. So the only destination left for him is probably the US or one of the Middle Eastern
Saudi,
clubs.
yeah.
So
Where nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Or go to PSG and chill with Messi and Mbappe and all.
yeah, it'll be like
It'll
a
be fun to watch.
charity match
Yeah.
type.
It'll be fun to watch a
Federer
superstar.
and Nadal on the same team and all we've seen. No, it'll be something like that, I guess.
Yeah, so I think that's his future. Even I think even if he comes back, if they don't terminate his contract, if they fail to somehow terminate his contract, he should be on the bench. Just be on the bench for every game.
Oh yeah, I'd love that. I'd love to see
I'd love
that.
to see that.
I'd love to see
Just don't come on. Just be on the bench every game, and probably play him in the Carabao Cup or for 1 minute in the
that. Respect.
end. On Sunday the King plays.
On Wednesday. On Thursday. On Thursday the King plays.
Yeah. So I think on that note, we will see you on the next episode, whatever that is. Maybe BFC, maybe World Cup, maybe something else. I don't know. It's in the works. Please like, share, subscribe, do the deeds. Look up our Instagram channel.
Yes.
Where we are posting a lot of World Cup content recently. If you want to know a breakdown of the squads and the teams and who's going to win, who's going to lose, what are our predictions,
What are your predictions?
What are your predictions? You will find it there. You can hit us up there if you want to get involved in some way or the other. And we will see you on the next one.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Laters.